They're just stuffing their faces with pure fake chemicals. Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to it. First topic.
We have also learned that the person does go by the name of Roberta.
Well, folks, it happened again. The Rhode Island hockey arena shooter is confirmed as trans. Roll the clip.
So what I can say right now that we have identified the person, the suspect, by a birth name. The birth name was Robert Dorgan. We have also learned that the person does go by the name of Roberta, also uses a last name of Esposito. But again, that will be all confirmed throughout the course of the investigation as to their status that really doesn't have anything to do with the investigation. 1969 he was born.
Yeah, so I guess the guy went in there trying to take out his family. You know, it's got to be one of those situations where the family's like, yeah, we're not going to just do this anymore. We're not going to, pretend like you're some sort of woman. You got a mental illness and we're not going to be around this. And we don't want anything to do with you anymore. So the guy probably just completely lost his mind at that point. And see, the thing about this whole trans movement is it's the perfect way for anybody who's completely mentally ill to just get people off their back for being mentally ill, right? So it's like, if you're mentally ill and you know it, then you just go trans and now nobody can say anything about you because all of a sudden they're a transphobe. So this is just like a built-in mechanism for people with mental illness to get people off their backs. And it's just completely sickening that we have to deal with this type of crap in the world. But all right, let's get to the next topic here.
She had no idea what was happening. She had no idea how to answer.
Trump was pissed AOC and Gavin Newsom made America look like morons in Munich. Roll the clip.
By the way, I watched AOC answering questions in Munich. This was not a good look for the United States. I watched Gavin Newsom answering questions in Munich, and this was a bad look for our country. These two people are incompetent. And at least Hillary's competent. She's just Trump deranged. She was so deranged. She is an angry woman. But I watched the other two speaking and answering basic questions. Look, Gavin has destroyed California. And AOC, I never heard her speak very much. And they started answering questions. She had no idea what was happening. She had no idea how to answer, very important questions concerning the world. But she can't answer questions concerning New York City either, because New York City got some problems.
Yeah, and it's hilarious how he always gives Hillary her due, at least Hillary's competent, But yeah, Gavin Newsom and AOC are definitely not competent. They're obviously complete morons, and I don't know why these people are being sent over to Munich to represent America, or if they're just going over there on their own as yeah, we're here to just talk shit about Trump, or whatever they're doing. It's just we need to go over there and spread fake news, fear-mongering about Trump, and it just makes them look like idiots, and good on Trump for calling it out. But all right, let's get to the next topic here.
70% of Americans are either obese or overweight.
RFK Jr. put into perfect perspective why Americans are so obese. Roll the clip.
70% of Americans are either obese or overweight. And it's not because they got indolent or because we became lazy or because we suddenly developed giant appetites. It's because we're being given food that is low in nutrition and high in calories, and it's destroying our health. I see it when I go across the country.
We met with Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. last month after he issued new dietary guidelines that for the first time advise against highly processed foods. You have said that these ultra-processed foods are poisoning us. I think many Americans would be surprised to hear that.
And we're seeing in our population people who are obscenely obese and at the same time malnourished. Who wants to start?
Kennedy says that's largely because we don't know the health consequences of what we're eating, thanks to the GRAS exemption enacted by Congress in 1958 that allows food companies to independently verify the safety of their ingredients with no government oversight.
Wow, isn't that insane that people are obscenely obese yet still malnourished? Basically, that just means that these people are eating complete fake foods. There's nothing real about the food. There's no vitamins, minerals. There's no nourishment to be had in the food. They're just stuffing their faces with pure fake chemicals and whatever they're putting into food, it doesn't even matter. Whatever they're putting into food offers no like nourishment or any sort of just benefit for you as a person. It's just something to make you feel full, basically. That's what food is now in America in 2026. And thank God RFK Jr. is out there like doing something about it. But all right, let's get to the next topic here.
It's about the fact that they don't give a damn about it because they got their own problems.
Stephen A. Smith actually did not play the "I'm worried about racism" victim card. Roll the clip.
Did you worry about racism if you ran for president?
No. I know it exists. I know that you can't escape it, but I do not believe it is as prevalent as some on the left would like us to believe. I do believe a vast majority of Americans judge you on the content of your individual character rather than the color of your skin. I think a lot of people in America, especially in this day and age, now more so than ever before, it's not about race. It's about the fact that they don't give a damn about it because they got their own problems. That's entirely different than believing they are superior to you and they want to hold you back from ascending. That's not what's going on to the degree that it was decades ago. What's going on now is that we have more white Americans and others suffering and worried about the state of our nation. And because they're concerned about that, that's where their worries lie.
Yeah, good for him for not playing the victim there. That was just a total like setup question for him to just talk about how racist America is, and he gets to play the victim and let everybody know that black people are still oppressed, which is just completely not true. It's just such a fake news. And he's right. People, they just want to be around solid people, right? You know, they don't want to be around people that are like scumbags or thugs. They just want to be around people who are solid and like, yeah, this person doesn't seem like they're going to screw me over or swindle me or con me in any sort of way. So yeah, this fact is this notion that America is just so racist and there's racism everywhere. It's just such fake news. People just want to be around good people, yet people love to be the victim and claim that racism is some sort of thing, and it's just completely not true in America. You get some people who are racist, but that's a very few. That's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you